So I think that that will suffice. So yes, another day, another week, another season. We're here again at day 57. Wow, this is impressive. And we're here to shout out, we're here to yell out, we're here to hold accountable, we're here to protest, we're here to demonstrate the will of our character here in Nigeria against the 2023 general election that has gone more than bankrupt, has gone gaga, like they would say, has gone wild, wild west completely by the Professor Mahmoud Yakubu-led commission in this season. And so tonight we're here to speak truth to power and to hold to account and to ensure that regardless, we continue to hold our head up, to account, to hold responsible, regardless, because at the end of the day, even if it's just one person standing, in any case, at every generation and every season, only one man is required to be standing. And once we are standing and staying strong and keeping to the narrative consistently for what we want to see done in Nigeria, then the seed for a new Nigeria would have been sown. And this is what this platform, this Free Nigeria movement represents. Coalition of people who are not, who will never give in to the evil, mischievous characterization of some people in Nigeria who are bent on seeing that we go down to the dogs. We're here to continue to shout and to say that we can be the greatest nation on earth. We have been endowed with some of the most greatest of natural and human resources and capital. And because of that, we will never allow ourselves to be thrown down. We must continue to thrive until a generation of people who will actualize where we are as a people. We will continue to hold our head up high to ensure that we never allow for fraud, for criminality, and for brigandage and all kinds of people to take over our commonwealth as a people, because every Nigerian can actually be a millionaire, a dollar millionaire actually, and every city, every state capital in Nigeria can be, as built up as a city of Dubai, because we have been gifted and given all. What we do not have are managers. What we do not have are leaders, great leaders, visionary people who are the hems of affairs. And this is what we're demanding. People who understand critical production entities and arms and how to convert, our huge energy of young people, of natural and human capital into wealth that can transform nations and bring us at tables, at the Committee of Nations. And this is where we are today. And that's why we'll be out tomorrow at the courts to say that the judges must do the needful. They must stand on the pillars of justice to ensure that they bring justice to bear, because they are actually the ones being judged right now. History is judging them. The judges and the justice department and the ministry are actually on trial as we speak right now. And the whole nation is watching. And that's why we're going to be out tomorrow again, to ensure that we hold them accountable to doing what is right. And so if you're here tonight, we have just about 40 minutes to spend more here. 20 minutes is already gone. And we need people who would raise their voices and hold to account one institution, some people, speak truth to power. And so we can have light at the end of the tunnel. Is anybody here who wants to grab the microphone and take us to our destiny, take us to our destination tonight? Who is here? Who wants to protest tonight? Who wants to speak truth to power? Who is angry about the things happening in Nigeria? Who wants to pray? Who wants to say a word? Who wants to hold the IGP to his words? Who wants to speak to the people who are at the hems of affairs? If you're here tonight, if you're one of those people who want to build a nation, who want to speak to the generation unborn, here tonight, if you're here, lift up your hands, raise your hands, and grab the microphone and speak truth to power. because we're here, day 57 and counting, never giving up, never giving in, holding our head up, yes, clear and straightforward, understanding what we must do, understanding what the calls are for, understanding the needful to go beyond agitation to organizing and calling to power and calling to action. And today we're here. Who is going to do some talking to us today? Is anybody here who want to speak to Nigerian people? Is anybody here today who is angry about the killings in Nasarawa, in Kaduna, in Benue, and in all the places? Anybody here who is angry about the things going on, that Mahmoud Yakubu still holds his place and position? Who is angry about that? Is anybody here tonight? If you're here, lift, raise your hands and speak truth to power, because the world is watching you. Yes, Casey, please go ahead and speak truth to power today.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor. Once again, thank you everyone for being here. Today, just as in the introduction, Dr. Mo has mentioned, particularly, I want to call out the Inspector General of Police. Despite the fact that we know that the Nigerian police, right from its conception, it was never been a police of the people. It was set up, first of all, by the colonial masters as a weapon against the people that were subjugated by the colonial masters. So if if the colonial masters want to do anything, whether legal or illegal, they use it to clamp down on the people and to collect taxes by force. And it was handed over to our leaders after independence. And that structure have been maintained. And this is the reason why the Nigerian police only serves the interest of the ruling class, only serve the interest of the people that can pay them. It is only in Nigeria that you have a police. You have a police that brutalizes their people instead of protecting them. It is only in Nigeria that even you don't need to be nobody. You don't even need to be a politician. As long as either you can be a Yahoo guy and make to 100,000 naira and then pay the police 20,000. They can shoot a gun in the air for you. They can go to a party and shoot and do accidental shooting and even kill the guest or even the bride, as we have seen documented in Nigeria. What a shame of a police. This is the same police that stood and monitored when Nigerians were prevented from the same election, from the 2023 election to vote. This was the same police that stood beside MC Oluomo to threaten people not to come out and vote. And a police spokesman said, when he was interviewed and confronted, when they confronted him with that, he said MC Oluomo was only, they should take what he said as a joke. But all what he said, all he said came to pass. People were victimized, people were beaten, people were stabbed, people were killed. The police was there. The police was standing beside and endorsing and giving power to Mahmoud Yakubu to do an illegality, to Nicodemously announce election at 4 a.m. in the night. The police was there and with the wreck of the wreck in which did the state in the north again, Mr. Hudu, to endorse the illegality and empower him to do illegality. But today, an Inspector General of Police is coming to threaten people, to say there are people that are threatening democracy, and there will be resistance, they will be clamped down upon. This shows all the description of the police, Nigerian police that I've just mentioned. So the police is never out there to protect the sanctity of the ballot. The police is never there to protect the people when they are being killed, when they are being stabbed, when they are being prevented, profiled, and prevented from voting or exercising their rights. But now, they will only common and bloody civilians, bloody Nigerians, that their rights doesn't matter, their right doesn't count. The police cannot protect them. But now it is the time for the police to exercise, to show that they have power, that their presence, because now the big man, the big thief, the big criminal, the big drug baron is being challenged for the criminality they have done. So now it's time for the Inspector General of Police to come out and threaten the people that are exercising their rights. Now, people that are exercising their right, protesting that things should be done the right way. If whoever wins an election, but let the person win an election legally, and we shall all queue behind the person. That is just what we are asking for. But no, we have threatened their paymasters, we have threatened their bosses, and now he will come out and threaten the people. What a shame of a police. What a shame of an institution. It's indeed a shame to Nigeria. If the Inspector General of Police is too intelligent, too good to gather intelligence on the people that are causing trouble, the same police could not gather intelligence, cannot gather intelligence when bandits are slaughtering people all over. Where is the power of the police to maintain peace and order in Nigeria? Every blessed day, just yesterday, a kindred head, together with 49 people, were kidnapped. Today, they are in the bush. Tomorrow, the bandits will come out and request for ransom. The police are there, but ineffective, inefficient, cannot gather intelligence. They only gather intelligence when the people are out there in Lekki toll gate to protest. When the Nigerians are out there to protest for their right and for the right thing to be done, that's when they are out there. They are capable of gathering intelligence. If the police are so effective, why then do a foreign country have to come and impose visa ban as a detriment to our politicians that stole election, that killed people? The same police stood there and watched someone, a politician, a House of Rep member that was accused of killing and burning 15 people. Today, that same individual is out there even contesting to be the Speaker of Nigeria. And he has police queued behind him and his family, protecting them. That is the Nigerian police we have. and they will be there making noise, showing their muzzles on civilians. What a shame. What a shame as an institution. What a shame on the body. The Inspector General of Police, you should be ashamed of yourself and that institution you represent. Of course, you are not ashamed because you are part of the criminals. What do you say when your police, instead of protecting the people on the road, they are busy shooting them and killing them because they refuse or they do not have 50 naira or 100 naira to pay as bribe? So the life of the citizens is even worth in less than 100 naira. They can be killed because your men are hungry just for 100 naira. What a shame. I will say that you are a bloody criminal, a bloody fool, and a bloody police. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tese, as always. I mean, right on point. Joel, go ahead and protest.
Good evening, our chief host, and good evening, every comrade that made it tonight to the protest section. It was said that social security is a bedrock of democracy, and democracy facilitates development, and man is the center of development, meaning is a recipient of the social security. The same man who is a recipient of social security in Nigeria has been denied of over the years. Democracy, Nigeria democracy has come and stay, but year in, year out, people are not fed with the dividends of democracy. And we keep on asking, what is the issue? What is the challenge? What is the problem? The answer is that our electoral process is being faulty. And in as much as it is faulty, citizens will never get or have access or assess the evidence of democracy. And that is why today we are lending our voice on a daily basis to call to order. For me, what Inspector General of Police said is saying it out of ignorance because he is not in the shoe of those people that the system is really affecting them. If it's really in their shoe, if it's really in our shoe, he will join voice with us to call for rescue. So I therefore advise him to go and do thorough research. How and what brought us to this level? We are not just shouting because we hate one presidential candidate and we love one presidential candidate. No, because we are shouting because the election is marred with various irregularities, killing, refusal to transmit electoral results from the polling units, and also snatching of ballot paper, disenfranchising eligible voter. All of these issues are issues that provoke us to call for not swearing in of any presidential candidate until tribunal tell us who is the winner of the 25th February 2023. I therefore call on international community especially United Nations, to keep watch on Inspector General of Police. What he said does not go down with progressive Nigeria. We are not tout and we are not fool. United Nations call into order, let you not mobilize tout against progressive Nigerians. Let you not come with his men and begin to shoot sporadically at any level that people are protecting. All of our protesting is within the ambit of Nigerian law, which guarantees peaceful protests. And I also advise intelligent police who know what they are doing, that they should support Free Nigeria movement to liberate us from pain, liberate us from hunger, liberate us from killing. ECOWA, I advise you to put Inspector General in check on a daily basis. Call into order. I've been saying that no international organization within Africa, outside Africa, has capacity to accommodate refugees from Nigeria. So, do the neutral. All of you, you said do the neutral. Address this matter. We don't want any presidential candidate or the president-elect to be sworn in on 29th of this month. We don't want it. I therefore advise progressive Nigeria to throw their voice, to lend their voice on this matter. Nigeria is a nation of multi-ethnic groups, and then our constitution provides that for us, that everyone has a right, and we've gone out to stand, to queue up, and we've decided. So let our vote count. Let our vote count. Professor Mahmoud, if any youth in this country die in the process of reclaiming our mandates, you will not go scot-free. Nigerian youth will come after you and will report you to International Court of Justice. We are not playing at this moment. It is a serious matter. For those who have been mute, they are silent because the system favored them. Both youth that are silent because the system favored them. If not, if it does not favor you, why are you not speaking out? And for the judiciary, we have been saying that do the right thing. Don't fear anybody. We are with you 24/7. We are with you. If you need security, tell United Nations to provide you security. And I would like to also ask United Nations to publish the names of those who have been restricted to access their visa. We want to see their name on our dailies. We want to see their name everywhere on social media, so that we know who they are, and then we know how we can handle them. I beg all meaningful Nigerians this evening, as a matter of urgency, to ensure that justice, equity, fairness is played out at the tribunal, at the High Court, at the Supreme Court. We don't want any foul play. We don't want any foul play. Any person that is cooking anything to thwart our effort or to thwart judicial effort, Nigerian youth will come after that person. We mean it this time around, and it is time for us to get it right. We are not fool. Corruption here, stealing here, nothing is working. Bandits are killing people. Boko Haram, they are killing people. You cannot move you cannot move an inch without, entertaining fear because of unknown. If really that the government is working, the bandits in the bush, why don't they chase them out of the forest? We have police helicopter. What is the helicopter doing? 247 is back at the police headquarters doing nothing. Air Force, we have Air Force also fly jet that are there. All of these people have been playing politics over human life, over human destiny. And unfortunately, nobody is talking. But now that we say we are not fool, we are wiser than before. So I call every person, don't allow religion to take over your mind. Don't allow ethnicity to manipulate your thinking. Come out of that shell. I advise all the religion and ethnicity bigotry to come out of that shell and talk to the power. Challenge them. Don't allow any imam, don't allow any pastor, don't allow any reverend father, don't allow any ararama to confuse you. Enough is enough. We'll get it right. And Nigeria will be counted among the committees of the nation as not giant of Africa, but a giant of one big nation in the world. I therefore ask that our former head of state, our former president, talk to the power. Support this movement. Let us get it one and for all. Thank you, and God bless us. I yield the mic.
Thank you, Ned. Okay, before we go to that, let's have Fortune Onyeka, please. Right on it, Comrade Fortune Onyeka.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Nigeria is a big problem. The NDP, please understand, is to enforce law and order in the country, and also to protect the life and properties of citizens. I want to let the IG know that all what we have been doing are within the ambit of the law. We are law-abiding Nigerians. The Free Nigeria movement, we are law-abiding Nigerians. All our protest is for the good of the country, the good of the land that we live, that we possess, that we have as our country. And all our protest demands has been on national issue, has been on national interest, has been for the good of the people of Nigeria, including him, the police force, including the military, including all the paramilitaries, including the civil servants, including the ordinary Nigerians, including the artisans, and even the presidency, for the youth, for the unity, and for the progress, and for the peace of the country. That is why we have been on the streets for close to 56 to 57 days now, and we are not stopping. We know you have the responsibility to enforce the law, to promote peace. But what we are doing is within the ambit of the law. We have the right to protest. We have the right to speak when situations are going wrong in the country. Mr. IGP, you are aware of what happened during the 2023 February 25th general election, presidential election. You are aware of all that has been transpired across the nation over this period. You are aware that you are to enforce law and order. And Nigeria, we have laws guiding us. We have electoral laws guiding our electoral conduct. And you are aware that you are supposed to protect this law. You are supposed to enforce this law. I expected that by now the IGP would have arrested Mahmoud for going contrary to the electoral provisions, but he never did that. We are on the streets crying, shouting, protesting, saying, no, Nigeria is going out of law. Nigeria is going out of the constitutional provisions. Nigeria is going out of the electoral provisions. And this is anarchy as far as we are concerned in this nation. Because a nation that are without law does not even exist. A lawless nation is an anarchical nation. So we want to let the IG of police know that what we are doing is for the interest of the nation. It's for the good of the people of Nigeria, for peace, for justice, for equity, for fairness, for progress, for development in all areas, in all facets, including the Nigerian police. So we'll continue to protest. We'll continue to be on the streets. We'll continue to demand justice. We will continue to demand fairness. We will continue to demand peace across the nation. There has been killings of thousands of Nigeria every day. The IG of police has never come out to address a press conference of these security inequalities. He has not come out to address the killings that has been going on and say, no, you these bandits, you these killers, we will come after you. We are giving you 24 hours to surrender. Otherwise, we will get you wherever you are hidden in this country and we will deal with you decisively. The police has never done that. And police have failed to do that. Yet, you are threatening people who are protesting for the good of the land. What we are asking is that let the rule of law be applied. Let the electoral law be applied so that we know that the president that we have voted for and the president that has been declared has actually won the interest of all Nigerians, has actually been voted for by at least 2/3 of the states and 25% from the FCT. That is simply what we are asking for. We are within the ambit of the law. We are trying to enforce the Constitution. We are trying to enforce the electoral provisions so that we will be proud to say, yes, if the court goes through and say, oh, we have gone through the beavers and we have ascertained that actually Nigerians voted for Tinubu, we will accept it. But if they go through the beavers and say, no, there is error, we are sorry, Nigerians, we made a mistake. This is the right person that won this election. We will still accept it and Nigeria will move forward. And that is what we are asking for. Is there anything too big to ask for justice, to ask for equity, as far as 2023 presidential election is concerned? It's for the interest of peace. It's for the interest of justice. It's for the interest of equity. And it's for the interest of progress and development of our dear country, Nigeria. So please, we'll continue to protest. We'll continue to request the judiciary not to focus on technicalities, not to focus on the interests of an individual, but to focus on the electoral provision, to focus on the constitutional provision that guides us as a nation, as a people, so that there can be peace, so that there can be equity, there can be justice, there can be progress, and there can be development. so that we can be respected among the nations of the world. That truly, yes, Nigerians are truly a democratic nation. We are not a barbaric nation. We are a democratic nation. And a democratic nation, we must be governed by the rule of law. We must do everything according to the rule of law. That is what makes us a democratic nation. We are not autocratic. We are not barbaric. We are not electrocracy, what will I put it? Election or government by violence, government by killings, government by maiming people. That is not what we stand for in this country. We are a democratic nation, and we must be governed by the rule of law. We must base everything we do, the election, the laws of the land, we must be obeyed. We must follow them to the letter, follow them to the core. That's what makes us truly a democratic nation. So I want to urge every Nigerian to continue to fight for the interests of this nation so that we can build a truly democratic nation called Nigeria. Thank you all as I yield my mic here.
I think you've done more than justice to where the IGP stands. Thank you so much for speaking to the power. And the IGP better watch it because NSAS is still there. Don't even make us begin to start right now. Cecilia, are you there? Cecilia Ajabisong, please take over the mic.
I'm here. Good evening, comrades. I'm speaking to the judiciary. Tomorrow is a court case. Judiciary. As Mahmoud stood in Nigeria on the 29th of February, when we were sleeping, Nigeria now is Mahmoud Company. Mahmoud is the sole proprietor of Nigeria as his company. He stood single-handedly, not minding anybody, and he did what he did. He stood single-handedly. All the errors, everything that was called to order, he undermined them, and he went ahead to select a president. And I want to ask, political office, I thought it's service. I want to serve you. Please, we don't want you to serve us. Is it too much? What's there? Must you serve us? Is it by force? Or is there anything hidden behind it? I thought it's service now. I want to serve you. No, please don't serve us. We want another person. And judiciary, please, Nigerians have gone to the poll and voted their president. That is what we want. We want you to go back and do due diligence. There's nothing there to, there's nothing there hidden. The evidence are too glaring. The facts are too glaring. So redeem your image. The judiciary, redeem your image. Because Nigeria has become like a banana republic. The killings everywhere, all sorts of maiming, all sorts of things happening. There's nothing that is working in our country, Nigeria. Our currency is the worst so far in the whole of the world, this planet Earth. You can't use money for anything. Look at how Nigerians were punished during elections because of currency. They say currency redesign. They will just look for one thing and they will just start punishing the masses. They love people suffering. These people that love the masses, so they are sadists. They enjoy why people are suffering. I'm sure when they see Nigerians suffering, they enjoy it. We are using money to buy money. It's so unfortunate. Judiciary, I speak to you this night, and I speak to your consciences. If you ever have conscience, if you ever have integrity, if you ever have the spirit of truth in you, if you ever have children, people that you are mentoring, people that look up to you, do the right thing. Go through the elections and give us who Nigerians voted for. It's not too much to ask. We're not asking for favor. Give us who we voted for. If you go through the process, you go through the glaring evidence that they will carry one result of this state and go and post in another state, even still, they cannot even, of course, the devil was just punishing them. And the evidence are there. We have become like a laughing stock to the entire of this world. We are a laughing stock now. When they see a green passport, they say, Almighty Nigeria, in a mockery way, in a very sarcastic way. They mock us now. And so, judiciary, I speak to you that our eyes are on you. The whole world eyes are on you. We are coming out tomorrow, and you, the police, we are there for you. We are coming out. We want to come out and follow the court procedures. We want to follow up because we know who we voted for. And so give us who we voted for. Don't favor us. Don't favor anybody. If by the time you go through the due process, you go through the ballot, you go through the beavers, and you see that Nigerians voted candidate A, candidate B, candidate C. Please give us, and we'll respect our constitution. Otherwise, on that 29th May, if anything is done otherwise, then democracy. In fact, Mahmoud has even murdered the democracy already. We don't even have democracy again. Because if we have democracy, democracy is government of the people, by the people, for the people. But this government is by Mahmoud, for Mahmoud, and then but for the whole world. Mahmoud selected. So, judiciary, redeem the image of Nigeria. Redeem your own integrity and your children. If you ever have children and you love them, please do the right thing. No compromise. Elections is not the highest bidder at all. That is not elections. Elections is go to the pool. Sell yourself to the people. Let them see your worth. Let them see your capability. Let them see your integrity. Let the people choose you through the ballot. And we have chosen. We know who we choose. So do the right thing. We are watching. If you don't do the right thing, of course, I don't even want to say, because we'll come after you. The spirit, the land, the spirit of the land will come after you. The earth will revolt. The water will revolt. Everything that you use, that nature has created that you use, will revolt against you if you don't do the right thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. Thank you. And God's blessing to you and everyone that is here as we prepare to be out tomorrow for those of us who are in Abuja and those who are coming from other states. Please, when we go out there, remember to continue to propagate the message on national issues and stay within the ambit of the law. We are unstoppable. There is nothing anyone can do. No Nigerian is more Nigerian than another Nigerian. So we're all going to be out there to ensure that we test, that we speak our mind, that we hold the judges accountable to do the right thing. That's all we're asking. That's all we're going to continue to do. That's all we're going to do. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. We're back here again, same time tomorrow, to register the 58th of our rally. Those who are here today, you are on the WhatsApp group. We're going to get there right now, talk more about some of the logistics movement, how and what we are going to do tomorrow. God bless you and have a very good night. Put your hands on your chest and let's say the national pledge together as our custom is. Our nation, Nigeria, the only nation we have on earth, the best nation that ever exists, the only nation that there is. After the count of three, let's say the pledge together. 1, 2, 3. Pledge to Nigeria. Faithful, loyal, and honest.
Loyal and honest.
Nigeria with all my strength.
To
defend her unity. And hold the honor and glory. So help us God as we go out there tomorrow. So help us God. And so help Nigeria.
Amen.
Good night and God bless you.
Good night.
God bless you.
Good night, everybody.
Fortunator, stay safe, Joel.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good.
Good night.
Swagger.
Good night.
See ya.
Good night, everybody. Dr. Mo. Dr. Mo.
Jude.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night. Comrade.
Good night, my brother.
Good night.